Good afternoon, SUNDEK Nation, and a very warm welcome from the new SUNDEK headquarters here in Grand Prairie, Texas. I'm Don Snider. I'm here with my partners Marshall Seavers, Doug Snider, and Tonia Primavera. We want to start out by recognizing and thanking Mark Stambaugh for his years of leadership and always delivering a thought-provoking, humorous, and accurate update to kick off our annual SUNDEK conventions. Mark provided all SUNDEKers with the State of the Union for 33 years. Mark has decided to pass the torch. He's not going away, but we all know we have big shoes to fill. So again, Mark, thank you for your years of dedication. We appreciate your mentoring, strong leadership that you've passed on to many SUNDEKers. SUNDEK products not having a full convention this year did not come easy. And we look forward to when we can all get back together in some sort of normalcy very soon. 2020 was very hard, full of uncertainty, beginning with the global pandemic followed by economic crisis and a market turbulence. The pandemic came with many names: the China flu, the bat bug, the pandy, COVID-19, the vid, corona. This crisis we all faced last year had no precedence in modern history, as we saw economic choosing to close down in light of the pandemic. None of us knew what to expect for our families and our companies as we went into lockdown. About 2 weeks after we returned in 2020 convention, things began to shut down. And we all had to think of ways to sustain our business. And we did, and so did you. 2020 was also a crazy year. There was a mad dash for toilet paper, and the price of a bidet skyrocketed. You can ask Charlie, he has several. We suddenly recognized that the importance of truck drivers and delivery carriers. And we all say thank God for Amazon, DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats. They are now the norm of eating out. People were stuck in middle oceans on cruise ships for weeks because they weren't allowed to dock. Hand sanitizer was nowhere to be found, so people were using drinking alcohol to try to make homemade sanitizer. What a waste of good Tito's. Zoom became a common phrase, not to mention their stock price shot up through the roof. The one question on every Zoom call: can you hear me now? Second one was, you're muted. We want to thank you for your business, and we appreciate every one of you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Marshall Seavers. Looking ahead into 2021 as it relates to products and programs, I want to introduce or reintroduce to you the SunStain Polishable Staining System, which was designed to provide the typical SUNDEK dealer and installation contractor a system to effectively compete with traditional grind and polish coloring systems. Those labor and diamond intensive systems typically take up to 8 steps of grinding and 2 or more steps of burnishing, and our alternative only takes 2 steps of grinding and a couple of steps of burnishing, and yields what industry experts call a soft polish, which we find most customers love. The system consists of 2 stain base options, a transparent coloring and an opaque color coating, and those can be topped with a gloss finish guard. These lithium-based products chemically react with concrete at and below the surface, creating long-lasting color that will not peel, flake, or wash out. Further, it hardens and protects the surface of the concrete. Environmentally friendly, these products are easy to apply and are easy to achieve very consistent results so that your floor matches your samples and your mock-ups. Another product I want to introduce is our new Sun Epoxy 100 MFX, an epoxy with maximum flow for metal effects. As Sun Metal continues to grow in popularity, our SUNDEK dealers felt Sun Epoxy 100 did not allow for as much movement of the metal pigments as they would like. We listened and we responded. Sun Epoxy MFX has a much longer pot life, and it provides the installer plenty of time to play with the pigments and the desired effects. The longer pot life and working time also allows more time for the entrapped air to escape and the surface to heal, thereby reducing the bubbles and other common surface defects we were seeing. The last thing I'd like to address with you is the Tools and Equipment Program. Introduced at our last in-person convention, the Tools and Equipment Program continued to grow and improve. Ken Heitzman has led the effort to develop partnership with key suppliers like Kraft and Midwest Rake. Pricing is designed to give you, the SUNDEK dealer, a true competitive advantage over your competition. As we start a new season, we intend to continue to drive up your awareness of what we have in stock. Our genuine belief is that if you are aware of what we have available, you'll want to include it on your orders. We're emailing out our e-catalog and encourage you to look it over. We plan to reach out to you directly as well to help you understand what all the program includes, and we'll follow up that with digital and other multimedia content as the year rolls on. If you have any questions whatsoever, or would just like some additional information on these products and systems or others, just reach out to us directly by email or phone. We are excited to help you grow and share in your success.
Hello, I'm Doug Snider. SUNDEK Nation has been resilient. Not only have we all weathered this intense year, but we have done so while continuing to serve our customers in a remarkable way. We really didn't skip a beat. If you take a step back and think about the accomplishments from this year, it's pretty incredible. The almost immediate economic stress we saw in March and April offered a potential glimpse into where we may have fault lines and served as a real-life stress test. One of those fault lines came into view when we had to quickly begin social distancing. How will we serve our customers, load our trucks, interact with employees? To be honest, when you think of SUNDEK and the decorative concrete industry, innovation might not exactly be the first word that springs to mind. Rather, when thinking SUNDEK, your first thought might be, hopefully, stability. However, stability and innovation are not mutually exclusive. In fact, they go hand in hand. Technological progress has always shaped the tasks and activities of SUNDEK. With that said, the pandemic encouraged us to pursue and implement innovation more quickly and radically. Some examples. Our salespeople learned new ways to communicate with customers. They scheduled backyard appointments and stopped going into customers' homes. Our crews learned new cleaning and safety protocols. They were tedious and tough. Our corporate teams learned new ways to communicate with the field using unfamiliar software programs. Some were successful, some not so much. The good news is that we had a great infrastructure and framework in place already. We learned that essential worker has many different interpretations. In some ways, decorative concrete being essential is a stretch. Well, that stretch allowed many of our teams to continue working with little or no interruption. The real shout out needs to go to the many employees in the field and in the warehouse that did not work from home. True SUNDEK heroes, thank you for keeping our company viable during these trying times.
Hello everyone, I'm Tonia Primavera, and this is obviously not the setting that we're used to, but we are humbly honored to be able to speak with you today, albeit virtually. I'm extremely proud and thankful to be a part of this company. As many of you know, I came from Verizon about a year before this pandemic hit. I've been absolutely blown away by the hard work and resourcefulness of the entire SUNDEK Nation. Even though large parts of the world are on lockdown, together we have not only kept our companies functioning, but done so while still keeping our customers and our teams safe. A big part of our success has been reliant on innovation and technology. Many of you will remember the days of the pager. You had to page your crews or your salespeople. They had to stop what they were doing, find a nickel or a dime, and find a payphone to call you back. Well, since the late 90s, technology has been moving at a record pace. Now, fast forward to 2020. A lot has changed since the 90s, particularly when it comes to communications. But during pivotal times, we've had to accelerate even faster the adoption of the available technology in ways we didn't even anticipate. Luckily, about 9 months ago, before the pandemic hit, we as a company put together a special task force to take a deep dive into our lead to sales conversion rates via various marketing channels. In the end, and through significant exploration, we made a decision to begin transitioning our spend from print and other forms of advertising to digital. Most of that being through a complete strategic change and redesign of our website. As we now know, this transition could not have come at a better time. Conventional wisdom would tell you that people increase their screen time while sheltering at home. With a digital-first approach, we can implement more direct targeting, whether that's geo-targeting, behavioral targeting, interest-based targeting, or targeting based on CRM data. It's a lot of targeting. Unlike other forms of advertising, we can more easily track where the leads are coming from and what the lifetime value of those leads are. As the ongoing threat of COVID-19 looms, the adoption of new technologies will continue to play an important role. I consider our path to be a transformation to a decorative concrete and technology company, and our investments in innovation will enable us to evolve our product and marketing solutions to better support the entire SUNDEK network. So, to wrap it up, my first question is, what has the experience of 2020 told us about SUNDEK and SUNDEK Nation? It worked. We did it. When it comes to the crucial goal of preventing economic hardship and exposures, the infrastructure, quick decisions, and contingency plans held up despite the unexpected and unprecedented stressors. So now, where do we go from here? We continue to focus on our overall goals, which are meeting our customers' needs, safeguarding the health and safety of our teams, and ensuring business continuity while staying ahead of the technology and innovation curves. In short, the past year has had a significant impact on all of us in one way or another. And we would sincerely like to thank you for your loyalty, support, and dedication, and most of all, trust throughout the years. The year ahead will bring its own challenges, but I'm confident by continuing to work together and always exploring new ways to be more efficient and nimble, we will have yet another successful year. Our strength lies within the whole of the SUNDEK Nation. You stand on it, we stand behind it, and we all stand together.
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 Juntos.
Together.
Together.
And the price of sorry.
You ready? What is it again? You stand on it.
Hello, everyone. That's a good start. Let's do that again.
Together, together, together.
Say together without moving your head.
I didn't know we had rules. I'll do it again.
Together.
Together. Was that right?
You don't want to fondle me?
Together.
I think I need to go up higher.